After the difficult last weeks, was this emotionally a special evening? And how do you see this? Well, quarterfinal Champions League is always special. That's a massive one for everyone to watch on TV. It's always a privilege, and hopefully this will never change, even though I know that I expect a lot from myself, but even if it's the minimum objective, it's okay, but there are a lot of teams that have not made it to this stage, so therefore it's always a privilege and fun, and this is how I've dealt with it, how I've seen it. And the game was extremely intense in a great atmosphere, and next week we'll have the decision. It's only halftime.
Thomas seemed to get frustrated with a few of the referee decisions tonight. I just wondered what you made of his performance.
It was a bit tough. I felt like a lot of little decisions against us. I felt a bit like pushed from the crowd, which was a fantastic crowd. And for me, and for all of us, he did a huge mistake in not giving a hand penalty. I know it's a crazy situation, but they put the ball down, he whistles, he gives the ball free, and the defender takes the ball in its hand. What makes us really angry is the explanation on the field. He told our players that it's a kid's mistake and he will not give a penalty like this in a quarter-final. This is a horrible explanation because that means he's judging now handballs. It's a big kid's mistake, adult's mistake, or whatever. It's we feel angry because it's a huge decision against us. But okay, it is a 2-2. Things are now totally even, and we have a second leg to play, and we hope we can create the same atmosphere, play this with the same intensity and passion like today, to create the same atmosphere in our stadium and push things in our direction.
Dann weiter oben Christopher Melzer für die Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung.
Herr Tuchel, können Sie aus Ihrer Sicht mal beschreiben, wie Sie Manuel Neuer
How did you see Manuel Neuer in the build-up play against the pressure? Well, we didn't practice that before, so that was his decision, but it was a good decision. It was good against the pressing direction. We talked about that today, so that's nothing new, but it's extremely difficult because Arsenal press very well, so they normally try to go on the left, so we knew that it's a bit easier to play on the right, so Manuel knew that. Normally we do that with someone else, but he just did it like that and play like this, and he's allowed to do that if he feels that this was the right thing to do, and that was ultimately the start of a counter that led to the penalty and the goal. So it takes a lot of confidence and may in some ways overconfidence, but it did well. After the early 1-0, you did well, and then in these, if Kingsley had scored there, it could have been a different game. Yeah, he did have a big chance on that counter, and then he hit the post. Well, don't know. It wasn't easy, especially after we conceded early and then had a few duels that we didn't play the way we wanted. We didn't stop the shot and well. So then we gave away another chance. Spectators were incredible. They pushed all the time. It wouldn't have been easy anyway, but in that situation, it didn't help at all. But then it helped that it was the first real attack that we had, and then we scored, and then body language changed, confidence changed. That's just normal. So we knew that we would have to suffer. We knew that we needed everything in all of the 4 halves. So we've played 2 halves so far. So now we'll just start from 0-0. There's no away goal anymore. So we are happy with what we have shown today. We're okay with the result. So next week we'll start from the beginning.
Hi Thomas. Welcome back to London. Obviously it's a very intense game today. I want to take it away from the game a little bit. Did you have a favourite restaurant that you came back to visit today? Or maybe like during your Chelsea days?
I have some favourite restaurants, but I will not tell you, but because otherwise...
Any recommendations as well?
No, I have a lot, but only in private.
No problem, I got you.
Okay, then next to you.
With Bayern Leverkusen pretty much wrapping up the Bundesliga, do you think it's all or nothing for the Champions League?
It does not change my approach. I understand that people see it that way for us because everyone is used that Bayern Munich becomes champion for 11, I think, consecutive years. So it's a very unusual picture on the table in the German Bundesliga. We accept the criticism for it, but I don't feel like, okay, more passion, more commitment from myself to Champions League. This is if we want to have a chance to go to Wembley, if we want to have a chance to win, there is no other way than 100% in every other half that you every single half that you have to play, and this is the way to go. It does not matter what position you are in the league. Because it demands everything. It's the most beautiful competition, but the most difficult competition that we play in. So we need to give everything and deserve the next step that we want to do.
Let's have 3 more questions. Yes, you, Sky.
Hi, Thomas. There were 3 moments in the lead up to the second goal. Neuer's flick over Havertz, Sané's run, Kane's composure from the penalty.
Yeah.
Are those the kind of moments that can help bring a belief and swagger back into the team, and it only be enhanced by the fact that you play the second leg at home in Germany next week?
Yeah, I really hope that we can bring the same passion and effort to the pitch, because it's first of all absolutely necessary against this Arsenal team, and second of all, then we can demand everything from our spectators, and we need our spectators next week. The crowd was fantastic today for Arsenal, and we need this with our crowd, and full crowd on their toes. Anything can happen in every minute. We know this, how fast things can change, and how much a difference it can make if you play on your home ground. We have the second leg at home, but we need to deserve it by effort and by quality. The first goal, you see, it is the strength to go from deep build-up into fast attack. It is the strength to go to fast attack from ball wins. We put in the effort and showed then the individual quality. Harry took the penalty. We talked today about it in the elevator. He had the feeling that we will get a penalty. I had the feeling that we will get the penalty. We haven't had a penalty since October, so we were both right. And I was very happy with the way he scored it. And of course we rely on these moments of individual quality in a team effort. That's what we want and what we need next week.
Yes, please, over there.
So understandably, a lot of the talk before the game was about Kane's return to this part of London. What did you make of his performance in this hostile atmosphere for him? And do you think the boos fired him up today?
Yeah, but he's not. He's too old to be worried by that, and too experienced and too much of a personality to be affected by it. That was clear before. I think everybody knows that, even like the players know that. So we rely on him. He's happy if we rely on him. I think he was very, very strong today. Very physical game for him, and he accepted the physicality, and that was very important. He accepted every challenge and every physical fight. So it's very, very, very strong. The composure from the penalty was excellent. He initiated a lot of counterattacks. Unfortunately, we could not bring him into the last touch to finish the counterattacks. That is also a bit normal, because he played more in a role where he dropped to release our speed. And I was very happy with him. He was focused. He was happy to be here, and was a big ambition for him to score. Job is not done. He needs to do it again next week.
Last one, Tobias Altscheffel nochmal.
So Gnabry felt that he is injured. Can you say what happened? And at the end, Neuer against Saka, how did you see that? I saw a contact. I didn't see the replay. For me, I thought that the ball was lost anyway, so it was more like a follow through. So I think it actually started more from Saka, but I might be wrong. I saw it from 60 meters away. So in Serge, yeah, he has a hamstring injury and it doesn't look good for the return leg. I only know it's hamstring. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that's not great. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.